Happy Hanukkah. Welcome. Do it here. We are live. Another Hanukkah lighting celebration. Rabbi Geisinsky of Bingham Farms, Chabad. Sorry, I have the wrong name listed. I'll fix that later. We're setting up. Gonna start very soon. This is a suburb of Detroit, nice suburb. Chabad came here the last few years. I met the rabbi when he was first setting up, and we're working with him since he came here to Michigan. We have our local city police department and some officials, presumably they'll be speaking. And got our tent activity inside, activities for everybody. Looks like the rabbi is about to start. So we got a tent, good setup, everything running smoothly. Food, hot food, warm tent, activities for the kids. My friend here, Arthur, photographer in the area, mostly does weddings and bar mitzvahs. Decent crowd.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Welcome to the lighting of the Art Menorah 2018. The Art Menorah, ever since we started making the Art Menorah 3 years ago, the concept of the Art Menorah has always been the unity of members of the community as we together unite in creating a menorah of art, different years, different ways. And this year, the Art Menorah was created by the Jewish Girls Club of the Chabad of Bingham Farms. We all know of the events that happened in Pittsburgh just a few short weeks ago, where an evil person stormed into Shabbat morning services and wiped out 11 of our precious brothers and sisters. At the time, anyone who heard it, anyone peace-loving human being, was shocked to the core. Could this really be happening in America, 2018? It sounds more like something that happened in Germany in the 30s. This year is 80 years since Kristallnacht. We also have here the honor of having amongst us a survivor of the Holocaust who was in Auschwitz during the time, and we're really honored that he joined us tonight as we kindle the menorah. The concept of the menorah is about bringing light to the darkness. While we were walking down the street that Shabbos afternoon, just a few weeks ago, right here, down Franklin Road, we were visiting a friend of ours, just gave birth to a baby a few days prior. We had no idea what was going on. We didn't hear the news. But somebody stopped me on the way here. Someone I've never seen before, never seen since, I don't know the name. And he started offering his condolences and sharing how sad he felt for what happened just a few hours earlier. I had no idea what it was. I only found out later on in the evening. But that got me thinking. What happened earlier that day was utter darkness. And yet, that brought about such a sense of light, which you don't usually see in an ordinary day. A person which I've never met before just showed a wonderful gesture and brought light to the world. And I wasn't the only one. I've heard many of my colleagues in the days since how they also had many people turn to them and offer their condolences since then. This reminds us of the message of Hanukkah in general. What happened on Hanukkah? The story of Hanukkah has many parts to it. Just want to focus on one for tonight. After the Jewish people were victorious over their enemies who tried to stop them from observing Judaism, they went back into the temple and they restored the temple and they restored the menorah. Every year year since then, we kindle a menorah on the same time of year where that event occurred. Yet we find something very interesting. The menorah in the temple is very different than the menorah we have here today. The menorah in the temple was lit every day before dark. Here we're lighting the menorah after dark. Another interesting thing, in the temple, the menorah was indoors. Here we're lighting the menorah outdoors. Why the difference? So our sages tell us that actually the menorah of Hanukkah has a potency and a power more than the menorah of the temple. What we can accomplish by kindling the menorah today is much more than was able to be done in the temple. Nowadays, by having a menorah outdoors, we show how not only can we bring light to the darkness, but we can actually usher in light from the darkness. Sometimes the situation of darkness brings about from within inside deep feelings from a person to bring out light that otherwise they would never realize they themselves had. This is a strong message of Hanukkah. A feeling of unity in all faiths, like what happened in Pittsburgh. A feeling that our small gesture of light can dispel much darkness. We're about to kindle the menorah. I'd like to call upon a distinguished member of the Jewish community of the Metro Detroit, Mr. Brian Keeps, to kindle the menorah tonight. Brian has been active in the Jewish community for many years, a dear friend of the Chabad community for many years. We're going to light the menorah, the art menorah. Together with Mariah, we have Neil Barnett, he's a friend of ours from several years back as well, and Michael Shostak. These are all trustees of the Bloomfield Township. There should be another one in here. No, not in that box here.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you very much. After the kindling of the menorah, traditionally it is a prayer that we say called the Untitled Chapter. Tonight we have one of the artists of the art menorah to lead us in Untitled Chapter. Stevie here. Here she is, Stevie Wright.
We kindle these lights, all to show out Baal Hanu, Sin Baal Hanlat, the saving acts, miracles, and wonders. Shasi Sala Avo, Tenu, Bayanu, Har, Bisman, Azem, which you have performed for our forefathers in those days at the time. Aliyate Kohanech HaKadosh, through your holy presence. Vahu Shem Momer Yemi Hanacha Hanam Rotalahu Kod Hashem. Throughout the 8 days of Hanukkah, these lights are sacred. Lanu Reshut, Larish Tamish Bahum, Elo all time there. And we are not permitted to make use of them, but only to look at them. Edu, Laho, in order to offer thanks and praise to your great one, Ave, Si, Cha, Vao, Mith, Ra'a, Cha, Cha, Vao, Ra, Shu, Al, Cha, Cha, for your miracles, for your wonders, and for your salvation.
Thank you so much, Stevie. As you mentioned earlier, the art menorah is always made the collaborative effort of many people. Tonight, we'd like to mention some of those who put in a strong effort in helping with building the menorah. First is the Jewish Girls Club. They actually did the painting of the menorah a few days ago. And we also like to thank a very dedicated artist who came and gave us the design, Sivan Rose, worked so tirelessly, went out of her way to help us with the designing of the menorah. Also like to thank another artist, Lauren Cohen. Lauren Cohen is always by our side for all our art needs. She's always giving lots of advice, and of course, the passion and the spirit behind the whole project, my wife, Mr. Geisinsky. One of the members of the Jewish Girls Club, also an artist of this menorah, is Sophia Hawkins. So calling upon Sophia to explain the message of the art menorah.
I'm Sophia, and I'm 10 years old. I had the chance to be one of the painters for the art menorah. The art menorah 2018 was created and painted by the Jewish Girls Club. We meet every 6 weeks to learn about traditions and enjoy doing art, cooking, and other things. I love spending time with my Jewish friends. During Hanukkah, we celebrate the miracle of the light. Light is very powerful. A small tiny light has the power to chase away much darkness. You can do the experiment yourself. Ignite a little candle in a dark room, and you'll be able to appreciate the impact of the light. In addition to being tall and beautiful, our art has a special message. As you can see, each one of the colors go from bright to dark. It starts with the lightest shade and then gradually goes to the darkest. This is the message that we want to convey with our painting. As you celebrate Hanukkah, remember the message of the lights. A little light can chase away much darkness. So next time you encounter any darkness yourself, like anti-Semitism, bullying, or any personal challenge, remember, shine a little light, do a mitzvah, a good deed, and act of kindness. That's how we dispel darkness. May the light shine bright in our lives. Thank you all for listening, and happy Hanukkah.
Well, thank you so much. the past year and a half, the Jewish residents of Franklin have been privileged through a new initiative by the Jewish Federation called the Franklin Jewish Community. We're honored to have here tonight with us Lisa Fisher, who is the coordinator of the programming at Jewish Franklin. I'd like to ask Lisa to say a few words.
I don't know how I can possibly follow that as a beautiful speech. I will try. Okay, so my name is Lisa. I'm the program coordinator for the Franklin Jewish Community. Thank you to Benzi and his family and Chabad of Bingham Farms for sharing and lighting this beautiful menorah with us here tonight. It's really been my pleasure to work with Benzi over the past year and a half. He and his wife, Lucia, baked over 40 challahs and gave them to the residents of Franklin during our Shabbat in the Park celebration this past summer. And they also came to our Sukkot party at Sherry and Daryl Rogers' home, where Benzi was so kind and he taught many of the residents how to properly shake the lula and say the prayers in the sukkah, including myself, who had never had that experience before. So I really look forward to sharing more Jewish programming opportunities with you, and I thank you so much for having me and for lighting this menorah with the residents of Franklin today.
Thank you. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much, Lisa. With us here tonight, we have representation from the Franklin Bingham Farms Police Department. We have here with us Chief Roberts and Lieutenant Mike Bastiani. We also have some other officers who would like to make a presentation and offer our thanks for all their protection and everything they've done for our community over all these years. Tonight, we remembered the people of Pittsburgh. We also remember what the police did in Pittsburgh. The police put themselves in the line of fire, and we know this is what the police do all the time whenever it's needed. We hope that
It's burning a tiny bit. I don't know if
sad news with the police department, but we know that they're always there for us and keeping us safe. And therefore, we'd like to present a gift for the police department here tonight. As we mentioned earlier, a menorah is a message of light banishing darkness. What would be a better gift for the police department whose job is to do the same? They're always there to promote the peace, to bring the light to the darkness, and therefore we'd like to present a menorah to the left of the police station. I would like to call upon Chief Roberts to come receive it on behalf of the department. Plaque reads, Chabad of Bingham Farms presents this menorah to the Franklin Bingham Farms Police Department for their service and protection of our community. I'd like to ask Chief Roberts to say a few words.
Thank you, Rabbi. It's a great honor for us from the police department to be invited here tonight and to accept this wonderful gift. We will display it proudly at our police station. As the Rabbi mentioned, my second in command, Lieutenant Mike Bastiani, is here as well, and Officer Jim Hirschfeld, who works on our department. It is, thank you. Jim, it's actually Jim's dad, Kurt Hirschfeld, who was the Holocaust survivor and is with our department here tonight as well. So we're pleased to have Kurt Hirschfeld and Jim with us here tonight. So, if Pittsburgh taught us anything, it's that we in law enforcement can't do it alone. We need everybody working together to stop horrible acts of violence like that. And I am proud that here in Franklin and in Bingham Farms, we have wonderful community engagement. We have great residents. We have great leaders in the community, like the rabbi, who work with the police department and other law enforcement officials, and we just work so well together that we hope something like that never happens in our community, but if it does, I know we'll be able to work together to solve whatever is put in front of us. But I just wanted to thank you all again for inviting us, and we will accept that gift and display it proudly at our police station. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd just like to finish off with a prayer for the police department, and then we'll sing Oseh Shalom afterwards. We pray to you, gracious Father and merciful King, bestow your divine blessings upon these special citizens and upon their families. And may you protect them from all harm. May you give the police chief the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge to lead and make the right decisions affecting our villages and with safety and prosperity. He who makes peace on high, may he bring peace upon us and upon all of humanity. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
God bless America, and God bless all of you. Oseh Shalom Bingham.
Oseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Imru Amen.
Oseh Shalom
Bingham.
Oseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Amen.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Enjoy the activities, enjoy the treats, and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks for keeping us safe.
Okay, I actually have another Hanukkah lighting right after this one. Turns out there's two of them right near each other the same night. I said usually general protocol, the Chabad rabbis will make one big celebration. They'll light the candles in the public menorah. Hopefully, I'm not sure if they could, they'll leave it up the whole Hanukkah. And
wishing you happy and joyous Hanukkah.
you leave it up the whole Hanukkah, but just make a celebration publicly one night. And Detroit has enough Jews that every few miles, every town could have its own Chabad. Rabbis been coming here and opening up. We took this rabbi almost 10 years. I don't know if he's been here less, like 8 years. Works in the school as a teacher until he was able to establish a synagogue. So thank God, so pretty happy with tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna head to the next one.